Paul's very frenetic. He has a lot of excitement, he has a lot of enthusiasm.
I would say aggressive, certainly, passionate.
Paul is relentless.
Unyielding, kind of that never give up, capability.
My name is Paul Gaglioti III. I'm the CEO and founder of Harbor AI. We're an insurtech based here in New York City. I got into insurance from working through my family's business in real estate development, and we were developing some homes in New Jersey where I grew up and where that business is located. And at the time, we were coming towards the end of the project, and my father was like, "Hey, we spend quite a bit on insurance. It's a really good business. Maybe you want to go and take some time and get your insurance license and potentially, provide insurance to us and the people that we know."
Paul did work for someone. And then one day, Paul looked at his paycheck and he's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe he took so much of it." And that's when he decided that this is it. I'm going in my own business.
I came to learn about the National Alliance from marketing from the PIA. So when I had joined that trade organization when I first started my business, I had gotten some of the education sessions. And then at the time, when I was starting out, I was talking with my mentors at the time, specifically my father, about being more seasoned.
This is important. He wanted to succeed, and my God, I've never seen him so determined.
The CIC course load was a way for me to gain what I would consider 30 years of experience in 6 classes. So to me, it's an invaluable amount of education that I went through that's enabled me to be a better broker and understand risk more and to really provide better options for all the people we work with.
What Paul brings to the table is a broader base of access. So he just doesn't think of, traditional insurance. He understands the reinsurance world. He understands, like the Lloyd's of London and the non-traditional carriers.
My passion just comes from, frankly, just wanting to win. I'm extremely competitive. I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's an awesome activity. It's, physically grueling, but really it's the mental aspect of it for me that really drives it home.
Feel the heartbeat slowing down.
When you're dealing with people, it also helps to remain calm under pressure, which I think is really one of the number one skills learned in any martial art is calmness. You begin to center oneself based on knowing that you're comfortable being uncomfortable. And in our industry, I think within insurance, there's so much change happening right now that it may be tough to find oneself as these tides are moving different parts of the businesses around. But I think when you're in this type of fighting style mentality, what you do realize is all boats rise with the tides. So you're able to really grow better when things are changing.
Paul and I met a number of years ago, just in New York City at a random networking event. He and I were just chatting, and we kept in touch for a while. And then at one point he got in touch and said, "Hey, I have all this data that I can't deal with. I know that you, Mark, are an artificial intelligence guy. Maybe there's some way that we can figure out how to solve this problem."
So with our insurtech platform and what we're doing with Harbor AI, basically we just help to streamline insurance transactions. And we actually start with the more sophisticated transactions, and we allow consumers, brokers, and carriers to distribute insurance products extremely efficiently. We do that using a lot of cutting edge technology like artificial intelligence and machine learning.
Initially it was focused on what would a retail broker that's kind of an independent agent that's just dealing with lots of paper forms and things like that, how can we solve that particular problem? But it became clear that it was really a systemic problem, throughout the industry.
We allow insureds, the consumers, their agents and brokers, and insurance carriers to all live in an ecosystem similar to that of an Amazon, where you're able to then figure out what you want to buy, get questions served up to you based on that particular type of product or your industry or your experience, and then from there go ahead and look to get insurance options.
We really started out just 2 guys chatting at a bar, and then fast forward a few years later and we're launching the Harbor AI platform.
we can leave an awesome legacy in insurance of solving the problems that were presented to us and set up the next generation for success.